Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back along to another episode of Grass and Grain. My name is Jack O'Brien. I am your host here. And you join me when we're in the top field of the block of land that we've been baling recently as we clear the last few bales off here. But more importantly, we're clearing them onto a truck. This is our new six-wheeler. We did go ahead and buy it. A decision that may come back and bite us based upon the outcome of the theft of the Fiat 11090. We'll have to see how that one goes, of course, but so far it's a decision that I'm pleased with. It's a lovely looking vehicle. It's going to really help us out substantially moving forward there with being able to increase our haulage. At some stage I would like to think about getting a trailer to tow behind with it as well, but we're not quite there yet. We don't have that available to us right now. I think the best thing we can do is just see how we can get on with this first. I've got Danny up here with me today. He's going to drive the JCB back down to the yard for me. And we're going to get this all strapped up now. Just going to edge this one on a bit more. There we go. So we'll get this all strapped in. Let's have a look, see how we're looking there. Not looking too bad at all. It's lovely, clean body on the truck here as well. It's really immaculate. I'm very impressed with how well it's been looked after. I think what we will do here is just try and give those two bales a slide on. They're a little bit far off for my liking. But we'll have a look at that, see? Other than that though, yeah, it's a very smart looking truck. Very low miles on it. Like I say, the sawmill business that we bought it from kind of went down, changed the direction of their enterprise really, so I had no real need for this. Let's gently push that on. Perfect. So yeah, we were able to make quite an impressive change around here. So we'll stop this. One more. Perfect. So yeah, ultimately I think it's going to be a great workhorse for us. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to set Danny away and make sure he's got everything he needs. We'll come back, we'll have a quick chat about what we're doing, and then we'll trundle our way down to the yard. Alright, there goes Danny. He's on for a very long, slow drive down, if we're honest there. That JCB is good and powerful, but it is not quick. Anyway, we are going to be taking the man back here. Just to give you a better look around now it's outside and in the daylight. We've got everything strapped down there. We do have a hitch on the back here, capable of pulling another trailer, like I say. So that's something we'll look into doing. Got an extendable body on the back here as well, so again, if need be, I can strap on a few more loads onto there. It's a very clean truck. Body is immaculate, it's recently restored as well. It did have a different body on the back. Had something on here for coal transportation once upon a time, so that's a little bit different to this, so that's why it's been changed around. But yeah, ultimately I'm very pleased with how this looks. It's a fantastic looking bit of kit. We did get, it wasn't a great deal of bales off here, but we've got 13 altogether, but we'll take that. We didn't put anything onto this field. We might come back up and put a little bit of nitrogen onto here just to give it that little boost, and that'll see us through there, so that's probably a good idea for us. Elsewhere, we are still waiting for our crops to come through. There's due rain this evening, which is going to kick it back a few days, but then we'll get going as soon as we can. It's a beautiful day. There's still... I'm waiting to see what to do about the missing Fiat. We are waiting for a few phone calls back from the police who are continuing their inquiries, or from Garda, sorry. They're continuing their inquiries, and we'll have to see if we can see what we can do about that. The insurance, no, the insurance has been kept up to date. The loss adjusters are working hard with the Garda there to see what we can do, but I just don't know at the moment. So we're not going to make any speculation about what we're going to do until we can figure it out ourselves. What I will do is jump back into the truck here. And we'll get that fired up. Just let it tick over there for a little while before we get ourselves away. And then yeah, we will head on down to, we're going to take this back down to the yard. We want to wait a little while because I don't get stuck all the way behind Danny. We are left-hand drive here, but it takes a little bit getting used to there, but nothing that we can't do. I thought we'd just get this out. If it does rain, this ground's going to get soft quite quickly. So I thought we'd get it all clear today. Get the bales stuck under the roof, under the shelter as well. It's always quite important for me. But yeah, so we're going to head on down. And yeah, let's see what we can get ourselves done here. Moving on today, we've got a few different little jobs to do really. A mowing job to start actually. So I think Daisy's going to go and head out in the mower soon to get that done, which would be great. And a few other bits and pieces as well around the yard there. The workshop has been finished. The workshop contractors were a little bit disappointed to lose some of their tools, but the argument was that they shouldn't have been kept there in the first place. They should have cleared them all away from the site at night, so that has happened. But they have finished the outer shell. The inside of the workshop is ready to be worked on, and that's where my responsibility comes into it, so I'm going to be kitting that one out very soon. We need to come back and get this land drilled here soon, or this little paddock, which we'll get around to that one very shortly. We might just put that into a grass sleigh, actually, just leave it as grass for now, because it's probably not worth the time to get that all drilled in a cereal crop at least. And around the corner we go. Just taking it nice and slowly on these roads here, because they are pretty significantly sized. Pretty significantly small, and I am pretty big, so we don't want to go too far over into this. I could meet something head on, that would be pretty nasty. So that's the original home of the truck down there. So it doesn't stray too far away at all. Oh, that's my phone ringing. Let me just pull over and answer that one there. Hello? Yes, it is, yes. Oh, thanks for getting back to me. How can I help? You found it? No way. Is it in good condition still? It's on the back of a lorry. Oh, magnificent. Can I come and have a look at it? Perfect. Yeah, I'll come and have a look. Give me about an hour and I'll be over to have a look at it with you. Excellent. Thanks very much. Goodbye. Well, folks, you will not believe it. We have just... That was the local Garda officer who's leading the investigation, kindly getting back in touch with me. They have found my tractor. The Fiat 11090 has been found, can you believe it? It was stopped at the local port here, about to be waiting to be loaded onto a ferry, can you believe? So they've been able to track it down, and we are going to go and have a look at that just as soon as we can. So we might be able to, we'll have to probably, I assume, take some form of vehicle identification down with me, registration documents, that kind of thing. Ooh, those branches are low. But yeah, it looks like they found my tractor. I can't believe that. We will have, the Fiat 11090 fans will be delighted. We'll have to be able to see what we can do with it. So we're going to get this all unloaded, and then I said I'm going to meet them down in about an hour's time, so it gives me plenty of time to get this unloaded here, and we'll see what we can do. But it's looking promising. It's looking like we might actually be able to bring it back to the yard today and get it straight put back into work, which will be great. However, what we need to do first is just turn our attention to getting this hay unloaded here. So we'll bring the truck in there. We'll go around this corner. I'll have to follow the JCB. I don't know why Danny stopped there, but he has. We'll see what's going on and we'll get this all unloaded as quickly as possible. Alright then, we've got everything pulled off there. All the racks and straps are off. We're just going to get this unloaded nice and quickly. I don't know if, yeah, this is nearly ready. It's a shame it's going to get wet tonight. It probably needs only a couple more days. I'm going to switch that truck off. We don't need that working at the moment. Switch the truck off and lock all the doors at the moment. Everything's been locked up now. But we are going to jump into the JCB. We'll get this all stacked up and loaded nice and quickly, and then we can get moved on and go and pick up my tractor, hopefully. So, speaking to the officers in charge of this investigation there, and they are saying that this is quite a common thing. A lot of machinery theft comes down through this way, and they try and ship it out across to Eastern Europe, across to Russia, and sometimes even Africa as well. So, it does move around quite a bit there, and so this port in particular, because this is one of the larger ports in this particular area of Ireland, is used as a main hub. Now the police officer said they'll be here, and that looks like they are. I guess we're just gonna pull the truck alongside, and oh, there it is. There we go. Let's have a look. See, a lot of birds around here. That looks like a grain ship, so it's not gonna have been going onto that one. The driver has been taken away for question, one would assume. There's another Renault in here. I don't know whose Renault that is, but it's certainly not mine. It's looking quite new and shiny though. Now I don't know if this stage is they steal things to order or if they just steal whatever they can get their hands on. But at this stage there is definitely looks an awfully lot like my 190. That's for sure. We're gonna have a chat with the police officer anyway, see what they say, and all being well, I think I've brought all my registration documentation with me so I can prove that this is mine, and we'll see what we can do, and hopefully we can get this back onto the yard quickly. But yeah, give me a second, we'll go and chat with everyone, see what's going on, and I'll come right back to you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've managed to have a discussion. I've shown and presented all the paperwork I can possibly show to confirm that this is indeed my machine. The officers were stating that they saw the CCTV from this building and from the portier, and that's what triggered them to come down. This vehicle arrived at about 3 AM last night, or this morning, in time for the ship that's arriving today. And it was supposed to have been hidden out the way here until the ship arrived, where it had been snuck onto the corner of the ship straight away. So I don't know how they all organised that, but it's something that they've been able to do. And what it does mean is that fortunately we've been able to find our machine. So that is good news, and we're going to get this brought back to the yard just a second. I need to sign a few more documentation and also go and notify my insurance that they can lay off doing any more processing of anything, because it has been found. So that is fantastic. So luckily for us, it's ended well. A lot of people aren't quite so fortunate, unfortunately. So we will count our blessings this time. All of our machines are going to be locked away in the shed now, except for the combine at the moment. But that's going to be in the position where it's not very movable, because it's kind of penned in right now. But we might even block it and put a trailer in there to stop anyone moving it. So that's what we're looking at. I don't know, like I say, I don't know who's this Renault Ares belongs to, but it's a smart looking tractor, nonetheless. But I'm going to shoot back up to the yard, where we're going to go and I guess we'll get Danny in to come down. We'll get Danny to come down, and he can drive this back for us, actually. So at the moment, Daisy's out mowing some other hay ground down, and then we've got Chris as well, is out tedding out or raking up some silage. So we've got a lot of grasslands about ready to go. We're going to try and get as much of it done as we can before the harvest starts in the next few days. And that's going to be made a lot more manageable now by the fact that we've got our final machine back as well, which is fantastic news. So we'll get that pushed through. All being well, like I say, we'll be able to come back to you later on in the week when we have our full fleet up and running again, which will be magnificent. But for now, though, we're going to leave it here. It's been a very short one. I didn't expect to see the arrival of the vehicle, but we'll see how we get on moving forward, and we'll get some more field work done later in the week. So do tune in then. But for now, thank you ever so much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed. If you have, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Simulation for the Nation, who very kindly agrees to host all of my videos. And we'll see you in the next one. I've been Jack, your humble host. This has been Grass and Grain. Thanks ever so much for watching, and we'll see you later.